Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet will continue with one of the best things that happened in Pokémon Sword and Shield, and that's the multiplayer. It was not a necessity to play with others, which was a good thing given the need for a subscription to Nintendo Switch Online, but it brought a whole new level of fun. It also showed us a very interesting thing. Hey, I'm Not So Ace Trainer, and raids are the future. Let's get into it. When Niantic released the raid feature in Pokémon Go, none of us really knew how much it would impact the future of the franchise, but it sure did. The way the raid system brought people together to take down really strong Pokémon was everything the franchise stood for. Playing with your friends while trying to catch them all. Then time passed and we got Pokémon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu with a clearly Pokémon Go inspired catching mechanic, and right after we got Pokémon Sword and Shield and the addition to raid battles to main series games. This was the big surprise. Pokémon Let's Go was the remake, something that would most likely not affect the future, but Sword and Shield was the main game and it had been touched by Pokémon Go's light in a very deep way. The multiplayer of the Galar games revolved around finding raid dens and battling against strong, giant Pokémon together with a group of people that, if you were able to connect to them, could be a group of actual real people. This gave me an amazing experience ever since it came out. It was incredible for version exclusives, it made so we had events from time to time boosting certain Pokémon and their shiny odds, and eventually culminated in the Dynamax adventures, which were an incredible feature that has been stealing hours of my life since then. But that was that, right? Pokémon Go is big, but not mainstream big, so raids would not be coming back for Gen9, right? Well, wrong. As we got more and more news about Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet, we were shown the scope of the multiplayer these games will have, and it is a lot more extensive than what it was in Pokémon Sword and Shield. We now have 4 players playing in the same map while connected online, exploring the same overworld, and battling in Tera Raid Battles. Yes, raid battles are once again here, and honestly, I think that is for the best. And they also made them better than they were in Sword and Shield by not making them turn-based, letting us attack without having to wait for Solrock's cosmic power, and adding a time limit which will create more tension as the clock ticks. So raid battles have taken over 2 main series Pokemon games already, and I believe there's a reason for it. People played them like crazy. Even in Pokemon Go, people were still raiding when not able to go out. They give us a reason to work together, and that's why I think they are the future. Raids are a sure bet for multiplayer in Pokemon. We cannot go back to when multiplayer was basically just battling and trading. So there will always be a need for something like these to be a part of the gameplay. And I can't see a better option, especially not when this one has worked out so well, at least so far. It also got me thinking, we know that the next main games have a big chance of being related to Gen 5. Be them remakes or sequels, I believe they will be sequels, and you can check out the reasoning behind that on the video up there. So, if raids really become a thing, they could probably use them in Gen 5, granted we don't get a super faithful remake like with BDSP. And you know what? Unova has the perfect feature on it already to use for a raid-like mechanic. The Hidden Grottos. The Hidden Grottos are places hidden in the overworld where Pokémon with the hidden abilities hide. Sometimes you also find items in them. If they expand on this feature and connect it to online multiplayer, it could create yet another great way to include raid battles or at least some form of co-op gameplay that would undoubtedly improve the player's experience. And that's why I believe raid battles are the future, and wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing them in every single game or almost every single game moving forward. But what about you? How do you feel about them? How do you like raid battles? Let me know in the comments down below. And now, like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content, and also ring the bell so you know when the next video is out. You can follow me on social media and Twitch, I stream there Wednesday to Sunday, not Saturday, or join our Discord. All the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.